Yes guys, and welcome back guys to a brand new video guys on my channel guys, and in today's video guys we are going to be talking about Manchester United's last game that we went and played, Real Betis guys, in the round of 16, first leg guys. Before I start today's video guys, I sound a bit shit. I've just literally picked up a cold tonight, currently filming this Sunday night as well. I feel a bit shit, run down with a bit of a cold, feel a bit shit. But yes guys, let's get straight into today's video. So I made two changes from last game against Barcelona in the second leg. Talking about starting 11, so we started with De Gea, Dalot, Varane, Martinez, Shaw, Casemiro, Fred, Antony, Fernandes, Rashford and Weghorst. Into the overall reaction now, Man United thrash Real Betis and my first UEFA Europa League game. Yes, get in. Much needed response. Ten Hag got a reaction from the players. Back to winning ways. What a game, what a win, what a result. 50% done, let's finish it off. A well-deserved win. Got the job done. We did what we had to do. We could have done better. Game managing with possession. Good start. We had a lot of possession. Rashford scores on the first chance. 1-0 to United. Big chance from Weghorst. Given possession away too easily. Two big chances for Weghorst. Controller and dominated the game. On the left-hand side, too much space open. Betis score for 1-1. Slow start for United. Great individual brilliance, and Antony scores for 2-1. Pressing them high up the pitch. Betis making mistakes. Fernandes scores for 3-1. Controlling the game well. Every time we look a threat going forward, United picked up the intensity and tempo. United play with energy and intent. United were a lot more rampant. Ten Hag made substitutions. Pellistri was more direct, made runs in from behind and got between the lines. More ruthless and relentless in attack. Weghorst scores for 4-1. Could have been a bit better in terms of being in the final third. Game management and decision making was vital. Some fantastic individual performances. First half was alright, second half was brilliant. Overall fantastic performance. Win done. Anyway guys, let's get straight to today's video. What did I make of the performance? Before I start today's video guys, I was at this game last Thursday. I thought overall I thought we were absolutely fantastic. It was obviously a game that we needed to respond in. We had to bounce back from obviously the 7-0 embarrassing defeat. Humiliating defeat. Obviously Ten Hag's didn't make a single change, and he's obviously had belief in that squad to go out there and to put it right in this game against Real Betis. So he had a lot of trust and belief in those players that he played on the weekend going into Thursday night to go and get the result against Real Betis, and obviously it paid off as well. But obviously overall I thought it was a fantastic performance. Obviously it was my first European night as well, my first game in 6 years. I went to this game at Old Trafford as well. I thought it was a brilliant atmosphere, a great experience, and unfortunately I did not vlog the game, but I'd rather come on here, sit down and analyse the game back as well. It's the first time I've done this in a long time, sitting down, talking and analysing back the game as well from being at a game as well. So I thought overall it was a fantastic performance, all round from the players, just what you wanted. Ten Hag wanted to see a reaction, wanted to see a response from the players, and I thought, he got what he wanted from them. And obviously, I don't think it was a game of two halves. I thought, United were a lot more better in the second half compared to the first half. I thought the first half overall wasn't that great. It was all right. Obviously, we had the chances, but the game could have been easily done with in the first half if we would have took the chances, but we didn't though. Which obviously, we had to go out in the second half and give it everything that we had. So yeah, I thought overall, and then in the second half I thought it was fantastic. Scored 3 great goals, got what we deserved, got a well-deserved win, and but yeah, what a better way to turn it around in a European night under the lights at Old Trafford, and got a vital win to get back to winning ways, and to put things right. This was the first part of it, and then obviously the second part of it was obviously a game against Southampton as well. So overall fantastic performance by the players, a well-deserved win. Fantastic performance by the players, and let's take it and let's move on. I thought, getting into the game now, I thought the first half had kicked off. I thought United started not too bad, actually. It was a good start by United. I think, we got on the front foot. Obviously, from where I was sat, you could see that, we were well organised, kept a good shape as well. Obviously, Bruno Fernandes played in a few different positions as well. Obviously, he first started off as the number 10, but then he also came a bit deeper, played in the number 8 role, and then he went and played out on the right wing as well. So for a performance like that from Bruno Fernandes, a lot of people obviously criticise him and obviously gets a lot of stick. He was absolutely everywhere in that game as well. So all praise to Bruno Fernandes, ran the show. Absolutely fantastic performance by Bruno Fernandes. All over the pitch, created a load of chances as well. But you know what, I thought, we started off well, got on the front foot. I thought we, gave away possession too easily as well. I thought we could have managed it a lot more better in terms of having possession as well. We just gave away possession too easily, which obviously gave Real Betis a few counter-attacks as well to go and obviously capitalise on our mistakes. But luckily, Real Betis were not that great themselves in that first half. But, I thought we didn't do too bad. Obviously, I thought we got the front foot quite early doors. I don't think we sort of brought that energy about us. I thought it was a little bit, in terms of, giving the ball away, we were a little bit sloppy. I don't think the energy was quite there from the team. I don't think we really had that intensity and tempo about us. But you could see that United controlled the game very well. Dominated large parts of it though as well. And I thought, it was all about getting that first goal. And in games like this, it's all about getting the first goal. And I thought, in the first 6 minutes, on the front foot, on the first chance, Rashford scores for 1-0. Brilliant. United then obviously, took control of the game. I thought we dominated the large parts of it as well. Obviously, Real Betis had their spells when they had possession as well. They were just sitting back and trying to hit us on the counter-attack as well. I thought their midfield was a bit not so great as well. We kept giving the ball away too easily as well. And then obviously it was just how effective we could be with the possession that we had. And then obviously we didn't do too bad. Obviously Weghorst had a few chances as well. He had 2 big chances as well. Obviously to make it 2-1 or 3-1. Game could have been finished in the first half if he could have took those chances. But it's a shame because then we had to work even harder in the second half to get the result that we wanted. But then I thought, I don't think Real Betis got back into the game. I just think, they just grew a little bit of confidence, when they had possession, then they knew what they needed to do to get into the right areas and to obviously, maybe take that one chance and score. And obviously, Real Betis, they had, I think United, gave away possession too easily. It's one mistake that we make, and then, the first chance that they get really on goal, and they score on it, and it's 1-1. Obviously, it's a setback. Should have been 3-1, but it was 1-1. Obviously, second half, you could obviously see that there was big words that Ten Hag had with the players. Obviously, then it was all about, we had to have a good start, but sort of a bit of a slow start for Manchester United. But we sort of grew into the game then. Grew in confidence, grew in momentum. I thought, we were pressing them high up the pitch as well. And then I thought, we didn't really create much before we scored the second goal. But it was just all about, getting that second goal. And obviously, getting that second goal sort of, quieted their fans a little bit more as well. And I thought, United then sort of wanted more goals. And that was when we sort of, Betis was starting to make mistakes. Obviously then we picked up the intensity, the tempo, we were a lot more rampant. brought the energy to them, took the intent to them as well. Fernandes makes it 3-1 as well. Great, well-drilled corner as well. But I thought we controlled the game very well yet again in the second half. You know, every time going forward, we were a threat. You know, we looked dangerous. You know, we're a lot more aggressive, ruthless, relentless on the attack. And then obviously, you know, Ten Hag made some substitutions. Obviously, Pellistri was the super sub. He was a lot more direct and, you know, wanted to penetrate their weaknesses, and they got exposed as well. And we made the runs in from behind a lot more ruthless as well. And obviously, Weghorst was at the right time, at the right place, and scores for 2-1. And then, but yeah, I think we could have been a little bit better in terms of being in the final third. You know, there was a few moments where we got on the front foot where we could have been better. I remember one little highlight as well where Sancho had the ball and he should have done better as well. So, but yeah, I thought in terms of the game, I thought we were fantastic. A much needed response. Then it was just all about how well I could see the game out. It was all about the game management, the right decision making. And I thought there were some fantastic individual performances that performed very well out there. But yeah, it was a much needed win. We had to respond, we had to react. And it was a solid performance all round and a fantastic performance by the players. Overall, it was a great result for United. We need to get back to winning ways after the weekend against Liverpool. Ten Hag got a reaction from the players and also got a much needed response. Yeah, I think in games like this, when you obviously get embarrassed or humiliated like that against Liverpool 7-0, you have to show an immediate response, an immediate reaction. Obviously, like I said before, Ten Hag had a lot of belief and trust in those players that he played against Liverpool to go out there and get the win as well. The trust and belief was there from the players, definitely. We went out there, even though if it's a European night against Real Betis, these sort of Spanish sides are difficult to go up against. Difficult teams try to make it difficult for you, take the games to you. And I think it's a good response as well, a fantastic response. And it's like pretty much 50% done. We just got to finish the job now in Spain on Thursday night. Only just that though. I think Real Betis are a good side. You don't want to write them off. Brilliant team as well. A good team. In Real Betis, we showed what we wanted to do. We took the game to them. We had to be a lot more. We had to show that intensity, that tempo. We had to be ruthless. We had to be aggressive. We had to be relentless. We had to sustain those attacks. And I thought we did that. And it was just all about creating those chances. We took our chances. We were clinical in front of goal. And the result showed it. 4-1. The tie's pretty much dead and buried. United should secure the quarterfinals now. Nice and easy. Let's just take it one game at a time now. Let's not get too carried away after this one good result. And it's all about building that momentum and confidence back into the team now. Maybe the biggest cheer was for Weghorst. In the end, fans were desperate for him to score. Am I delighted for him to score, to get his first goal at Old Trafford? Yeah. Definitely, for sure. I think he's obviously had a rough ride with Weghorst. We signed him in January. He's got criticised a lot from the fans, obviously. A lot of fans have gone against him and said he's a shit player, not a very good player. Obviously, he is on loan, but you can obviously see he works hard in the team. He's a big influence in the team. Ten Hag likes the player as well, playing week in and week out. But the thing is about Weghorst, he is a striker. But he needs to start taking more of his chances. As a striker, he's got to be scoring goals for fun. And I think he needs to sort of learn from the top strikers out there in the world, where he has to actually take his chances as well. We could be feeling the service as a striker, but he has to start taking his chances, because there was chances in that game where he could have easily took them and the game could have been easily dead and buried in the first half. Obviously the first half was a little bit disappointing, but I thought Weghorst, he's got to start taking more of his chances. When we feed these balls into him, and he gets a lot more of the service as well, he needs to start taking more of his chances. I'm delighted for him to get his first goal. I'm delighted that we got to see it live as well. And he's working hard, he puts the effort in, but start taking more of your chances, boy. And I'll tell you, you'll get up there. When you start scoring your goals, you'll grow in confidence and you'll keep going and you'll keep scoring then. He was my man of the match. I thought there were some fantastic individual performances out there, which I can't fault, to be honest. I thought De Gea didn't really have much to do, to be honest. I thought Delo was alright, but I thought Varane was fantastic. I thought Martinez was fantastic. I thought Shaw was fantastic. I thought Casemiro was good. Fred was good. I thought Antony was brilliant. I thought Fernandes was brilliant. Rashford was good as well, and I thought Weghorst was good as well. The one man I am going to give this to as well, I thought he was absolutely everywhere on the pitch, ran the show as well, and showing who is boss. It's got to be Bruno Fernandes as well. How do we beat Real Betis in the second leg? Now, obviously, coming into this second leg now against Real Betis, a few things from me. Ten Hag's going to freshen this side now. He's going to say to these players, this is not done, you know, because what you're going to expect from Real Betis could be completely different. For Real Betis to knock us out, they'd have to win 4-0. Are we going to see that? I doubt it. But the thing is, what we have to do is a few pointers from me. We need to be better in terms of possession. We need to game manage that game better when we have possession. It's nice when we obviously soak up the pressure, frustrate teams, and obviously keep it tight and compact. We've got to be better with the ball as well. And that's the one thing that we've got to do better in this game. I think Ten Hag's going to demand a win. I think he's going to demand a positive result. We've got to win this game to keep up the good momentum as well. Going to Spain is not easy, it's difficult. So we have to be ready for a game like this. We have to prepare well for a game like this. Go with the right mindset, the right mentality. Need to freshen up the team as well. Give some players a run out as well. I think some of them deserve it as well. Need to freshen up the side, because obviously we'll have another big week coming up ahead as well. So we've only got 2 more games now before the international break. So Real Betis, will we see a different Real Betis? Maybe, but it's they've got to have to throw it, and they have to throw all or nothing at it, and it's our game to lose at the end of the day. So United have just got to go in this game and defend that 4-1 lead, and just do not let Real Betis score that first goal, because if they score that first goal, they're going to grow in confidence, they're going to grow in momentum, and they want to get that second goal, then they want to get that third goal. So we have to be able to defend properly in a game like this. But Real Betis, they'll try to be aggressive, they'll want to get on the front foot, they'll bring the energy, the high intensity, the tempo, they'll try to be rampant, ruthless, relentless, sustain the attacks, but the technical, the skillful, they're well organised themselves, that they'll defend it well, they'll make it difficult to play through them, they'll try and frustrate us though as well. Defensively, be tight and compact, they'll be very direct, be physical if they try to as well. They'll make the runs in from behind, they'll give it everything that they've got, they'll get between the lines, cause us problems, they'll like to come forward, take risks, be brave, and they'll play with width as well. But we have to defend properly in a game like this. We've got to be organised, you need to be tight and compact, defensively frustrate them, need to be ruthless, relentless, aggressive, high intensity, high tempo, play with energy, create the chances, take your chances, got to be clinical as well, get the crosses into the box, drag them out of possession, set pieces could come into play. We need to play with width, get between the lines, got to close them down, don't let them get back into the game, don't leave any spaces open. They'll show incredible team spirit, character, fight. Have to do the basics right, game management and decision making will be vital, got to get tight, don't let them get a shot off, sustain your attacks, do the basics, win your 50-50s, win your second balls and win your duels. Put them on the back foot, keep possession, fullbacks have got to be effective, force them to make mistakes. Put them under pressure, don't let their wingers cut back inside, don't afford to make mistakes, make runs in front behind, don't get pulled out of position, be explosive and keep Jose quiet. Get into the goals now. First goal, Antony pass the ball to Rashford, Rashford pass the ball to Fernandes, Fernandes runs, Betis give the ball away and Rashford scores and shoots for 1-0. Second goal, Casemiro passed the ball to Fernandes, Fernandes chops back, pass the ball to Antony, Antony cuts back inside on his favoured left foot, great curling effort, goal for 2-1. Third goal, great corner by Shaw and Fernandes heads it in for 3-1. Fourth goal, Fernandes drills in a corner to Pellistri. Pellistri runs into space, cuts back from McTominay. McTominay shoots, Bravo saves it, and Weghorst scores on the rebound for 4-1. Getting to the stats now. For Man United, it was 56.6%, and for Real Betis, it was 43.4%. Goals for Man United, it was 4, and for Real Betis, it was 1. Total shots for Man United, it was 25, and for Real Betis, it was 6. Shots on target for Man United, it was 13, and for Real Betis, it was 2. Shot accuracy for Man United, it was bang on 52%, and for Real Betis, it was 33.3%. Shots into the box for Man United, it was 19, and for Real Betis, it was 4. Shots outside the box for Man United, it was 6, and for Real Betis, it was 2. Total passes for Man United, it was 480 passes, and for Real Betis, it was 273 passes. Pass accuracy for Man United, it was 82.1%, and for Real Betis, it was 72.9%. Getting into the substitutions now, Delo went off for Wan-Bissaka. Talk about Diogo's performance. Fortunate to start and had another uncomfortable half. Substituted at half time, the second time in the last 4 games. Rashford went off for Sancho. Talk about Barkas' performance. Scored clearly key to put United 1-0 up, but failed to maintain that sharpness. Sensibly substituted just past the hour. Shaw went off for Malacia. Talk about Luke's performance. Better in attack than defence, where he was culpable for Ayoze Perez's equaliser. Fine cross was converted by Bruno Fernandes. Fred went off for McTominay. Talk about Fred's performance. Had a restive first half and was often wasteful with the ball, more effective off the ball in the second half as United pressing improved. Antony went off for Pellistri. Talk about Antony's performance. Was a contender to come off at the pause, but repaid Ten Hag with his best goal, United to regain the lead. Next up, we've got Real Betis. Real Betis are obviously 5th in the La Liga. Obviously, yet again, Real Betis have drew their last game as well, over on the weekend as well. But coming into this game, it's like what I just said before. I think United have got to mentally go in with the right mindset. We have to prepare well for a game like this. I think Real Betis will want to get physical with us as well. They know they've got nothing to lose, and we've got everything to lose in this as well. I think the tie's pretty much done and over with, but we have to be able to stay focused, stay concentrated. We've got a job to do here in Spain, in Sevilla as well. We've got a job to do here against Real Betis. I think we have to be able to defend well in a game like this, keep it tight, compact, frustrate them as well. In a game like this, I think it's all about getting that first goal. I think if we can get that first goal early doors yet again, there's a mountain to climb for Real Betis, and they're not going to get back into the game. And I think Ten Hag's going to freshen up this side. I think he's going to give some players a run out, give some of them a chance as well. Players like Pellistri as well, I'd like to see at the start as well. Definitely rotate the side, get more energy into the side as well, freshen up the side as well. Real Betis, I think they'll come out firing on the front foot, aggressive, high intensity, high tempo. They'll bring the energy, they'll bring the intent to us as well. So they'll give us a game. We have to be ready for it though as well. I think defensively we need to be organised, be able to give them a hard time as well, make sure we make it difficult for them to play through us as well. This is a big game for Real Betis. They know that they need to sort it out in this second leg as well. I think for United, we just need to come out on the front foot, come out firing. We have to be able to take our chances, be clinical in front of goal. I think it'll be important to get that first goal, and I think if United score the first goal, which I'm confident that we will, that'll be the tie done and dusted. Then Real Betis will find it difficult to get back into it. We just have to be able to take control and dominate that game. Just do not let Betis have any of that ball, because they'll just want to keep that pressure on, and they'll want to keep going, and they'll give it everything that they've got. They'll show the effort, they'll work hard, and we just have to be able to work harder than them. But we have to do better in terms of managing the game in possession as well. We have to play with courage, intent, conviction, and we've got to turn up to a game like this as well. Betis are scoring 1.9 goals per game. Betis are conceding 1.1 goals per game. Betis have the 7th best defence in the league. In the Europa League, Real Betis have won 5, drawn 1 and lost 1. They've lost to Man United 4-1. The players to look out for is Bravo, Montoya, Gonzalez, Ruiz, Felipe, Salabli, Mirinda, Rodri, Carvalho, Rodriguez, Candes, Jamie, Fakir, Jamie, Iglesias, Henrique, Jose and Perez. Hope you guys are enjoying another video. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel for what I know, and I'll see you guys in a video in the next couple of days. And peace.